because a lot of people missed out on the growth, you know what I'm saying, due to like different situations that was going on and what I consider my personal life, because regardless of if it's on social media, any of that, it all resolves to my personal life, you know what I'm saying. So initially getting into there and getting into music, I was in like what seemed like the worst position, you know what I'm saying. I had just got out of like a incarceration that led to me being on probation. After finding out that like I really had a musical talent outside of just knowing how to sing, but actually understanding notes, you know what I'm saying, knowing how to write, knowing how to rap, and knowing what I'm listening and hearing for, I kind of just took that and was just like splatting it on a piece of paper, you know what I'm saying, and it all was resulting from like my surroundings. So this was before me even caring or knowing like who's the most popular on the scene or anything like that. So I just get on the internet and I just like get to researching it. So I end up finding like Chavis Chandler through this girl I know named Lydia. I found out about this guy named Zalubers through Chavis Chandler, who at the time both of them were signed to Danny Brown. I found out about Clear Soul Forces, and then I was already familiar with this guy named Suge. He was in a group called Two Face with my label mate, Foolboy Marley. At the time, we wasn't signed up, you know what I'm saying? So, Probation 1 came out. So when Probation 1 came out, that's when the plan took effect. So it's like, all right, what we gonna do is we gonna bring people around and we gonna put on a show for people. Like, it was all about having a good show. It had nothing to do with like people who had a name or how many people they could bring out. Because in all honesty, like we only brought out like 250, 300 people. So the way of promoting was I set up like a small tour in the city. I went to all the open mics that I could, that I literally Detroit open mics, you know what I'm saying? Trying to dib and dab and everything just to promote myself. And it's like, hey, I'm throwing this big show. I got this person involved, this person involved, this person involved, this person involved. And me being a name that's not familiar on the scene at all, people was like, okay, we there, you know what I'm saying? So then it went from that, and like, mind you, I'm still walking these streets, you know what I'm saying? I'm still like hustling, I'm still like getting into fights and little stupid stuff like that. So along the way, we gonna go to, all right, first, that was Probation 1. So then, Hell of a Night came. Hell of a Night came before Bang Bang. So with Hell of a Night, now that like I'm trying to figure out where all my anger is coming from, like why am I so, and then I kind of got caught up on like my brother's death. So it's not like my blood brother, it's my friend Dixon. We're like real close. Like I'm more of a like solo type of person. Like I can dib and dab in any crowd by myself, you know what I'm saying? It's hard for me to take certain people with me into different crowds, so I hang by myself. And eventually all these crowds come into my, you know what I'm saying, little small little book. I wish like we would have just waited on everybody else to say that's the Detroit sound. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah, you sound like you're from Detroit, instead of us being like, make me a Detroit beat and I'm gonna rap like this, like I'm from Detroit, you know what I'm saying? Because then that kind of put, I don't know, that kind of make artists like myself, well not necessarily like myself, but like the outcast, you know what I'm saying? Like we don't belong here type deal, you feel me? But it's like, it's hard, I can't say that because I know everybody here, you know what I'm saying? Like all the, like Bang Gang and Sada, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody that they consider in Detroit music. It's like, what do you mean? What I do is like, but I mean, I don't know. I don't think there is a Detroit sound. I think it's just music. I think it's just good music, you know what I'm saying? I think you can feel what certain people are saying. Because if the Detroit sound is what's popping, then we'll be popping out here like popcorn. But there's certain guys that know how to do it, like, you know what I'm saying? They know how to influence the sound a little better than others. I don't think it's really a Detroit sound. I just think people so used to the beats and what they normal. Once you start hearing these guys for real, it's good music. Like I want Stereotypical Groupie to create a platform for me to give people an insight so that I can try to give people the perspective of where I came from. You know what I mean? Because the songs are so different, like how you said. Like with every song, it was a project that was supposed to happen, but didn't happen for a certain reason. So like Probation 1 came out, cool. And I wanted to use that same formula over and over and over again. But when you're trying to grow and expand, paperwork get involved, you know, you're forced to do business so fast that people will be like uncomfortable with doing. So like Hell of a Night, 21 Project was supposed to go with that. Bang Bang, Open Project was supposed to go with that. Everybody, I think Everybody was just a single. And then like what Stereotypical would be, I want to release a project called Sinatra. So when you take the negative out of my life, the positive has been with it. You know what I'm saying? From every perspective, and the love and nurturing and healing that women give off. You know what I'm saying? So I can admit, at young, I manipulated that love for a long, long time. You know what I'm saying? And then somehow growing up, I taught myself how to reciprocate love and provide, protect, stabilize. So in a sense, that's kind of like the root to it all. But then you think about like Frank Sinatra and like the stuff you go through, and within learning that. So I guess this is the learning process that you get to see with Sinatra. PRÅS and MASAI may present Soul Food Sunday every Sunday. And this Sunday, which is week 3, you with your boy, Rico Lavelle. Shout out to my tribe, Big Moves. Yeah.